Your ex-husband, who's my husband now, got promoted even more. I heard the rumor. He became a professor at a university hospital 2 years ago, right? I thought you'd be more surprised. Whatever. It's been a while, but you're this blunt? Aren't you still upset about what happened 5 years ago? I'm busy. Are you done? What do you mean you're busy? You're so incompetent that you quit a simple job just to hand out medicine. You need a national license to become a pharmacist. It's not an easy job. I can handle that kind of thing. I mean, whose fault is it that I quit my job? When I told Toby that you were having an affair, he believed me and shared about it in the hospital, didn't he? I heard he did it to get sympathy from everyone. Because of that, people started giving me a cold look and I had to quit. I'm sorry to hear that. I never cheated on him in the first place. Why did you lie to him? It's true that you were with a guy, isn't it? I have photos to prove it. The photos you showed him are from when I was a student, right? I was walking around the town and I happened to see you walking with an old guy. So I heard to take a picture of you two. The guy I was with was a customer from my club. I was just accompanying him to dinner. You were a stripper, weren't you? Yeah, to earn money for the college tuition. Dad said he wouldn't pay a penny, so I worked hard. You weren't succeeding in your job, were you? I've been a stripper once, but I've never seen a person as ugly as you there. I don't care about that. You've made up a fake story and never apologized. How dare you? Then why don't you just explain to Toby that it was a fake story? I didn't tell him that I used to work at a stripper club. So he said he couldn't believe the information I gave him after what he has heard. He won't listen to me. Wow, he doesn't trust you at all. But fortunately, he didn't ask you to take any responsibility regarding this divorce, even though you cheated. Such a nice guy. He did tell me that he won't share the property. Oh, so he took everything? You're really miserable. Neither Toby nor my coworkers believe me. Even Dad took your side. Under those circumstances, I didn't have any energy left to argue about the money. Ugly people are so sad that they can't be trusted. On the other hand, I'm beautiful, so I was able to marry Toby and live happily ever after. There's nothing more than having a good face. Can I go now? Talking to you makes me remember the past, and I feel depressed. Wait a minute. I didn't text you to talk about the past like this. I actually had something important to tell you. What is it? Did you hear that Dad got sick? 5 years ago. You remember what happened. Since then, we haven't been in touch, so I haven't heard anything. He has some kind of brain disease. He will need nursing care. Oh, that's why I'm asking you to take care of him. What? I have a lot of duties as a doctor's wife. I can't take care of him. You're a housewife. You don't have a job. First of all, Dad loved you too much. Why don't you return the favor? That's what Mom is telling me too, and I'm in trouble. She's asking me to take care of him since he treated me so well. She's demanding things that don't make sense. What's the problem? If you don't want to do it yourself, why don't you talk to Toby about it and think of hiring a caregiver or something? It's a waste of money spending on parents. Wow, you're a heartless person. So are you. When we were young, I was compared to you every day. Mom and Dad even told me that they didn't want to spend money on an ugly girl. I don't want to take care of a person like that. What? You were loved by them, and they paid for all of your tuition. They even paid your living expenses until you married Toby. They have done a lot. That's something they did on their own, right? And now you guys are asking me to return the favor? Don't you think that's a bit arrogant? Don't force me to do it. I'm busy at work. I don't have time to take care of Dad anyways. You're working? You thought I've been unemployed for 5 years without finding a new job? Since you're incompetent, I thought you were homeless, or something. No, of course not. But it doesn't sound like it's a big job. You didn't go to a college and ended up getting a job, which was to do a simple task like handing out pills. I've told you many times, it's not easy. It's a job, you need knowledge. Don't show off yourself. Alright, I'll leave you to take care of Dad. I'm counting on you. I told you I can't. I'm Katie. I'm 34 years old and I got divorced once. My sister, Stephanie, who is 4 years older than me, received extravagant love from our parents. So, she grew up to be selfish. She has always been a jerk and looked down on me. I hated my family and wanted to be independent as soon as possible. I spent my school days studying hard and became a qualified pharmacist. And then, I got a job at a university hospital. There, I met and married my ex-husband, Toby, who is a doctor. But I made a mistake of introducing him to my parents and sister. My sister must have liked him. She wanted him to leave me. So she tricked him with a fake story, and as a result, we divorced. She married Toby without any shame, and I was thrown into the depths of unhappiness. Now that 5 years have passed, I have calmed down. My work was going well, and I'd almost forgotten about my family. So I was surprised to receive a message from my sister. Although I was a little worried about my dad, I still could not forgive my family. So I refused to take care of him. But my sister would not listen to me and tried to threaten my peace in an unbelievable way. I can't believe you work for a popular cosmetics company. Well, I'm sure it's not a big job anyway. What? How did you know? I asked you to take care of Dad, but I heard you haven't been home. I said no. I had no choice but to have a private investigation find out where you work. Why would you do that? I'm getting so tired of hearing from Mom. If you don't go home soon, I'll be in real trouble. Then do something about it. She's asking you to do it, right? No, I can't. I won't take care of him even if you say so. I'll spread bad rumors and make you unemployed like I did before. Excuse me? Let's say the reason you got divorced is because you cheated on him. I'm sure if people at your current workplace find out, you'll have a hard time staying there. That's why you identified my workplace. If you don't want to lose your job again, you'd better listen to me. You know me well. See ya. I just got home. You finally gave up, huh? Well, take good care of him. I'm not taking care of him. What? I just came home today to talk to Mom. You've got to be kidding me. If you don't take care of him, I'll tell about the affair to your people at work. I told them about your threats, so they won't have a problem. You know I have pictures, right? I don't think they'll believe you when I tell them. Those pictures are from the days you were a stripper. They already know I used to be a stripper. You bitch! Don't think you're smart just because you got a head start. I'll make sure you'll be the one to take care of him. I'm moving overseas, so I can't take care of him anyways. Huh? I'm going to work overseas. You're lying, right? It's true. To be honest, I live a better life than you. Don't show yourself off. Toby made over $100,000 this year. There's no way you have a better life than me. That's less than my monthly income. What do you mean? I'm the president of the cosmetics company. By the way, my annual turnover is over $15 million. What? If you checked with the private investigation, couldn't you find out about that as well? It costs a lot of money to do a very detailed investigation, so I could only do a quick check. So you didn't know I was the president. But how did you get to be the president of a popular cosmetics company? I used my knowledge of pharmacology to develop skin-friendly cosmetics, and it went viral. How could it be? There are products that can be used by people with allergies. The medical industry is paying attention to it, and there are even people overseas who use it. But how did you start your own business? You were kicked out after the divorce with no money. He didn't share the property, but I still had my savings. Plus, I had a friend who was willing to invest in the company. So the whole thing went smoothly. You knew someone like that? He's the guy in the picture that you have. This old man? He liked me since I was a stripper. He runs a medical equipment company. And he agreed with what I wanted to do and even invested in me. How can you be friends with someone like that? I was the most popular girl at the club in New York, you know? No way! You're ugly! People tend to think that in a club, the most beautiful person will become the best. But if you have good performance, you don't have to be very pretty to be the best. I don't understand. You don't have a bad face, but your skill is poor. And you've always been an unpopular stripper, right? How did you know that? I heard rumors about when you were a stripper. You never remembered your customers' faces and only talked about yourself. You never got chosen by anyone. That's... As a result, you were almost getting in your 30s and didn't even make it as a stripper. So, you took Toby away from me and got married, hoping to get rich. This was your plan, correct? Dad's retirement was coming up, so I thought I had to get married soon. Toby was a doctor and had a good income. Oh boy, and when you were a stripper, you bought expensive clothes and jewelry, even though you couldn't afford them, so you've borrowed money, right? You even know about the debt? Mom told me. It seems like you borrowed $10,000 under Dad's name. Well, yes, but it's been almost 5 years since I borrowed the money, and you should have cleared the balance at this point. He hasn't paid a penny. Why not? Don't you remember asking him to pay for now, because once you marry a rich guy, you'll pay him back fully? I do remember that, so that's why he should have paid on my behalf, right? But you got married to Toby right after you borrowed the money, so Dad thought you became rich already, and you were going to pay back the debt, so that's why he didn't pay at all. I never heard about that. I mean, don't they usually send you reminders if you're behind on payments? I heard they did, but Mom and Dad said that you were the guarantor, so they thought the same letter should have been sent to you as well. That's why they ignored it. What? Moreover, I checked the mail at our house today and found a complaint from the court. Does that mean I'm going to court? You've been ignoring this debt for so long. Of course you're going to court. Give me a break. You and Dad are so stupid. I'm ashamed to be related to you by blood. It's a little hard to pay $10,000 out of nowhere. Including delayed interest, it's almost double the amount. That much? That's how much you'd have to pay if you left it for almost 5 years. You deserve it. You should help me. You're my family. Even for family, the law says I can refuse to cover your debts, which means I won't help you. Then I'll refuse too. The debt is under Dad's name. You're the guarantor, aren't you? If that's the case, you're legally obligated to take over the debt. Okay, fine. I'll talk to Toby. He makes $100,000 a year, so I can manage. I don't know if you can count on that income from now on. Huh? What do you mean? I just overheard something. Toby seems to be sued for medical issues. No way! Is he going to jail? I don't think it will go that far. The patient seems to have after effect. He might be fined and suspended from medical practice. Does that mean he can't be a doctor anymore? I guess so. Why now? Damn! He wasn't very skilled as a doctor. Why did you marry such a man? He was very good with people. Everyone around him liked him. That's why I married him. I never imagined we'd part ways like this, though. I thought he was nice and good at talking too, but... Well, because of his good character, when you spread the fake story, everyone was on his side, and that hurt me a lot. But he hasn't made any mistakes until now, right? It's been 2 years since he got promoted. How can he make a medical mistake now? There's definitely some kind of mistake. Everyone liked him, so until now, he had some supports from them, which didn't make cases a big deal. Then why didn't they help him this time? When you become a professor, you won't have much support from others. When I heard about his promotion, I thought he might make a mistake soon, but I didn't expect it to be this big. Isn't it also important for a doctor to have good technique when they get promoted? Technique is important, but it also depends on relationships and luck, to be honest. He just happened to get promoted by luck, I guess. Oh God. But I'm glad we got divorced before anything serious happened. I guess I have you to thank for that. Once again, thank you. I'm sorry for everything, I'm sorry. So please help me. You're changing your attitude now? I don't have anyone I can rely on. My in-laws hate me too. Why do they hate you? They seem to like you. They couldn't forgive me for making you divorce and remarrying him without your permission. I thought I didn't have anyone on my side at that time, but Toby's father and mother trusted me. I feel a little better now. If I don't do anything, I won't be able to pay the rent for the house. I'll have to move out. I'll do whatever you say, so just help me. Then why don't you live with our parents? We own the house, so you won't have to pay the rent, right? Then I'd have to take care of Dad. You're a housewife. You do have the time, right? You can try. Please, at least give me some money. I can't help you. Well then, I'm busy. Now if you excuse me, goodbye. Hobby was later ordered to stop his medical practice and fined due to the medical accident. In addition, he had to repay Stephanie's debt and his savings were almost gone. They were forced to live with our parents due to difficulties in making a living. Mom had been a housewife like my sister for many years, so she was selfish, and she said she did not want to take care of Dad either. Hobby managed to find a job and started working, but his income was less than half of what it had been before. Plus, my sister started working a part-time job, but due to her bad character, she kept getting into trouble and had to move from job to job, which means her income was not stable. She was also busy taking care of Dad. As for me, I am happy with my job overseas. It was a long road, but my sister, parents, and ex-husband have been punished, so I feel much better now.
Gina, you own a lot of luxury brand clothes, huh? Last time I went over to your house, I noticed you had a lot. Oh yeah, I do. Why? What do you mean, why? Why do you own nicer clothes than me? You're so arrogant. What? What do you mean arrogant? I just buy them because I like them. You're just a commoner. The fact that you own a lot of luxury brand clothes makes me so mad. You should give me some. You won't mind, right? Why do I have to give you anything? Because you have a lot of clothes that would look better on me anyways. I would be able to get better use out of them. Don't you think so too? No, I don't. Were you always that interested in luxury brands? I've never really heard you talking about them before. What do you mean? Of course I'm interested in them. Why would you say that? I was just asking. Are you planning on stealing my clothes and selling them or something? You can't be thinking of doing that, right? What are you saying? Of course not. Don't be stupid. Just give me some of your clothes. See, you're definitely planning on doing something. I can let you try some on, but I don't want to give you any. There's no point in just trying them on. Let me bring it home once. Why would I let you do that? I bet once you take them home, you're just going to sell them. I've heard, that you've been doing some terrible things and taking stuff from other moms and selling them. Who's spreading rumors like that? I would never do something terrible like that. So you do realize that it's terrible, but I've heard it everywhere already. There's no reason why rumors would spread if you weren't doing anything wrong, right? So you probably are doing something like that, aren't you? I'm telling you, I'm not. Stop being so persistent. Before you doubt someone like that, why don't you reflect on yourselves? Reflect on ourselves? It's not me stealing your stuff. You all probably just forgot where you left it, and you're blaming that on me? Why don't you try looking for it properly again? What are you saying? They're saying this because they searched thoroughly for it but couldn't find it, and they all said it disappeared after you came over. So obviously your excuse won't work. It's not an excuse. I haven't done anything today. Don't just treat me like the villain. You're being rude. I see that you don't really have any sort of remorse. Well, if you're going to act like that, then I have no choice but to take matters into my own hands. I hope you're ready. Whatever. What exactly do I need to be ready for? Stop acting tough. I earned $2,000 from selling your luxury brand clothes. I'll be using it for my living costs, and I'll be going over to your house again next week. Your husband is kneeling in front of me apologizing right now. What? What do you mean? Not what do you mean. I told your husband that you stole my clothes. He said, my wife did something terrible. He's feeling very guilty right now. That's not what I'm asking. Why is my husband at your house right now? Because I called him here. I told him that you stole my expensive clothes. Why did you do that? Do you even have proof? Where's the proof? You literally just said so yourself that you stole my clothes, and you're asking for proof? Of course I am. I only texted you that. Something like that isn't proof. I see. Well, if you had just owned up to it, I was going to get a little mad but forgive you. What? What are you saying? Well, actually, I have security cameras installed in my house. It was originally to watch over my pets, but they died recently, and the cameras have just been left in place. What? Cameras? Wait a minute. Where were they installed? They're installed on the ceiling. I guess you wouldn't really notice the cameras since you wouldn't think they're installed. No way! I can't believe you! So, me stealing your clothes. It's all on camera. Your face doing the evil deed. Stop kidding me! Delete that footage immediately! Are you having fun by making me the criminal? Well, I'm not making you the criminal. You are the criminal. The problem is that you did something wrong, right? I didn't think I would ever have to use the security cameras like this either. Then, what's my husband doing right now? He's writing me a memorandum that states that I'll be compensated for the clothes you sold off. And not just that, but you'll also be compensating the other moms for the stuff you stole from them. Wait! Why are you making him write that? I have no intention of keeping those promises. Even if you don't, your husband seems to be very guilty about it, so... He apologized to me many times already. He's very sorry that his wife did something like this. What a great husband he is. You shouldn't do things that make him sad like this. Shut up! You're the one making him do things like that! Well, I can't help that, can I? I can't just be quiet about you stealing my clothes from me. You're the one who's in the wrong for stealing my clothes in the first place. You should really reflect on that. What's that attitude towards your mom friend? Mom friends are equal, so don't tell me what to do. Do you really understand the situation you're in? Before we're even mom friends, you're the perpetrator and I'm the victim. You know you're a criminal, right? We aren't equals. What? What did you say? I'm not a criminal! You're just selfishly calling me a criminal! You know, when you steal things from people, that's a crime of theft. I'm amazed that you can say you're not a criminal after you stole something. Well, I never had the intention to steal. I just wanted to get some extra cash. That's all I wanted. I never would have imagined it would come to something like this. What? Some extra cash? You thought an excuse like that would be valid? Even if you thought it was no big deal, the victims get deeply hurt by your actions. Don't lie! You don't even look that sad. Yeah, maybe not so much me. But how do you think the other moms who got their stuff stolen felt? What? For example, Sophia. You stole her deceased mother's memento and sold it off. She was devastated. Sophia is quiet, so she has a hard time speaking up. She couldn't even talk to the police about it. Really? Anyway, it's probably only Sophia, right? Who's actually sad about it. Of course not. Darby and the others too, they were all just as sad. They all went through that, and you don't even understand their pain and hardship? Shut up! Who cares about other people's pain and hardship? As long as I can benefit and earn some extra cash? I understand now what kind of person you really are. I'm showing your husband our entire conversation, by the way. He's lamenting and saying he didn't think you were this despicable. What? You're showing him the conversation? Why are you doing that? Don't show him. Even if you tell me not to. So many people have been troubled by you. And your husband says he wants to get a divorce, by the way. What? A divorce? Why all of a sudden? Well, not only did you commit a crime, but you also think you did nothing wrong, so are you really that surprised? Even if I were in your husband's shoes, I would have thought the same thing. Don't kid me! I have no intention of getting divorced with my husband. Tell him to not get divorced. Well, even if I did say that, it's not like your husband's feelings would change. If you don't want to get a divorce, you should apologize about everything you've done until now. Compensate everyone who you've stolen from. I don't want that! Why do I need to go out of my way to do that? I just thought they could share some of their money with me. Are you serious? We aren't your ATM. We aren't here to support your selfish desires. Do you understand? Shut up! Can't I be a little bit selfish? I'm poor, you know. If we're mom friends, can't you just provide me with a little bit of your money? Poor? You? Don't lie. You always go out to eat for lunch and spend at least $20. Even your dinners, you're always eating out at fancy restaurants, right? And you have the audacity to say you're poor? Well, something like that you wouldn't call rich. I want to live a more luxurious life. So I thought I would just take a bit of everyone's money. Stop kidding me. You think everyone is going to forgive you? Even your husband was troubled by your spending habits. No matter how many times he told you to stop, you never did. I'm sure all these little things added up are the reason for your divorce. Don't joke around! I've been living a luxurious life with my husband's money. If he divorces me, I'll never be able to live a luxurious life again. Even if you say that, it can't be helped, right? Who would listen to your selfish excuses and be okay with it? You only whine and say selfish things. No one will be on your side, you know. That's not true! Ugh, no matter how many times I talk to my husband, he keeps saying he won't change his mind about the divorce. What are you going to do about this? Well, it's not like I'm the one who made the decision. Your husband made that decision on his own, so I guess you can only listen to him. This is a joke. I will never get a divorce. What are you going to do if you ruin my life? Can you take responsibility? Why should I have to be responsible for it? Stop saying stupid things. You should just prepare yourself for the divorce instead. I said I don't want to. Ugh. Please, just do something about it. I don't want to get a divorce. I mean, if you really didn't want a divorce, wouldn't you go to see him directly first? The fact that you're not doing that means you only care about this half-heartedly. That's not true! I just don't know what to say to him if I meet him directly, so I don't know what to do. Seriously? Do you want to get a divorce or not? Of course I don't! That's why I'm telling you to say something to him. Stop relying on other people already. You know, since earlier, you haven't tried to do anything on your own accord. Do you really think I would say sure to your stupid request? Stop joking around. Why do you need to say such things to me? Stop it! Please, just do something about it. I'm sorry, so... No way. You're in the wrong here, so whatever you say, I have no intention of forgiving you. Don't say that! Please, help me! It seems that Jane's husband filed for a divorce. After that, her husband made sure she returned everything she's stolen before, and whatever she already sold, she had to buy brand new items for them and return them to their owners. With the divorce, she was forced to pay compensation money, so now she's in a lot of debt and actually has to live a poor life now. Well, I can't say much except she reaps what she sows. With Jane gone now, the other moms don't have to worry about her stealing anything anymore, and everyone is able to live happily ever after. Nikki, you're so lucky. I bet you go to fancy supermarkets and buy all these expensive things. No, we don't do that. We go to the wholesale markets and regular supermarkets and buy stuff in bulk. Is that perhaps Superstore? We do go there sometimes too. That place is membership based only, isn't it? So you are rich then. Yeah, but we do buy a lot, so we get our money's worth for sure. That's amazing! Tia, you don't plan on making a membership? Well, I don't want to pay money just to walk in a store, so... That's great! Let's go together next time! What? Together? Did you know 3 people can use 1 membership card to get in? I would have liked if you had invited me last time too, though. Well, we went with our family, so... And the one paying for the membership is my husband, too. But it's not like you go with your family every time, right? Why not then? Well, I was just there the other day, so... and I don't go there that often. It's okay. You don't have to buy anything every time you go, right? Well, no, but... So you plan on going without me then? You invite the other moms, right? I know you've been with Bria before. What? Why do you know that? Were you planning on keeping it a secret? Too bad. Don't look down on my intel. I wasn't really trying to hide it or anything. This person is Tia. She's the mother of my kid's classmate. We live in the same neighborhood, so we do talk sometimes, but she's so cheap and will try to benefit from everything, but she also complains a lot and is very troublesome. This time too, when I was half listening to her complaints, I let something slip and something terrible happened. Then why didn't you invite me? If other people can go too, isn't it strange for you not to invite me? Well, because they're the moms I'm very close with, and I've also heard a strange rumor about you. What? A strange rumor? You make other people drive, but you don't pay them any money for gas. And you just show up to lunch gatherings or something without even being invited. Is there a need to pay for other people's cars? The lunch was just a coincidence. Well, if people are driving you around in their cars, you should at least pay for their gas. And today too, apparently you didn't pay for anything. Another mom told me she was going to ask you to pay her back. Well, that's because that place didn't deserve my money. They can't even satisfy their customers, so of course I wouldn't pay. But you still ate it. You just dined and dashed. It's normal for them to be thankful that I even ate it. I didn't know you had no common sense. That's shocking. You know, you complain at every restaurant you go to. So why not just go to a more expensive place then? I can't spend that much money. If they want me to spend money, they should satisfy my tongue first, don't you think? Are you just trying to get out of paying by making these excuses? I honestly don't want to bring you to the supermarket either. Oh, you seem to be more irritated than usual. What's wrong? Are you hitting menopause already? No, it's because of your debt and bad money habits. You just lack too much common sense. Aren't you overreacting? I think you said too much. Well, anyways, I won't be going for a while, so... Fine, I get it. It can't be helped then. Yes, it can't. We won't be going. I heard Superstore has a lot of delicious stuff, and apparently it's cheap. I don't mind paying for you. No, like I said, I was just there not too long ago. You can just wait for me. Then there's no point in me going, right? Only memberships can use their cards, so there is a point. Well, I'm not buying anything, so there's no point. And you're coming in my car? I'm not your chauffeur, you know. Oh, I see. So that's how you leave me out of the group. You go with the other moms, but not me. You're the worst. Like I said, it's different than last time. I've already talked to Billy about it, you know. If he finds out he can't go anymore, he's going to be sad. Can't believe you would make someone else's kids cry. Don't think you can get away with this. Don't bring your kid into this. How childish can you be? I'm not going, okay? Fine, if you're going to be like that, I'm going to take matters into my own hands. Thank God, I thought. But the next time I decided to go to the superstore, there, Tia was waiting for me in front of my house. She forced her way onto me. I couldn't raise my voice so early in the morning and cause any trouble, so I had no choice but to take her with me to the superstore. We walked in together, but Tia had to buy a lot of stuff, so we decided to go our separate ways. Hey Tia, how much longer are you going to be? I'm almost done here. What? Already? That's too fast. It's amazing here. There's everything you can think of. There's so many cheap things here. This is awesome. So I'm assuming you'll be a while. I'm going to be buying for like 30 people. Make sure it'll all fit in my car. Don't worry, don't worry. Oh, but I lined up for the food samples and they just ran out. Okay, I can just wait. They said it's going to take a while. This is the worst. Hey, can you just pay first? I'll pay you back after. I'll be waiting patiently, so don't mind me. But if you decide to contact me, doesn't that mean you can't wait any longer? No, that's fine. Oh, but I feel bad for making you wait, though. I'll just make Billy bring the cart over to you. Don't worry about me. Actually, maybe I'll also line up too. Oh, but they said it'll take a while, and it'll take longer to line up again. The frozen products might melt. That'll be the same even if I pay you first too, right? And I can't just leave first, so... I just got my son to bring the cart over to the cash register. Sorry, and thank you in advance. Since I knew about Tia's ulterior motives, when I took the cart from her son's hands, I did a certain something. I ate a lot. The samples here are on the better side, huh? Nikki, sorry for the wait. Oh, are you finally done now? That took very long just for some samples. I know, right? That was the only bad part. I complained to them, so next time should be fine. I see. Oh no! What should I do? I forgot my wallet today. I just realized. I see. If you didn't pay for my groceries, it would have been the end for me. Thank you so much. Super grateful. Let's meet up. Where are you? I'm in the parking area. What? The parking area along the highway. What? We're still at the store, though. I know. Are you being serious right now? Then you just took all my stuff home? Give it back, you thief. I didn't buy it. What? Why would I pay for your stuff? For people who take long shopping, you can store your stuff in a locker. I texted you the locker number and the code for it. But I told you I didn't have any money. Then why did you buy so much? I don't understand how you thought it would be okay for me to pay for all your stuff. Billy looked like he was having a hard time pushing the cart too. But I can't even buy it. That's not my problem. I came all the way here and I can't buy anything? Pay for me. I will not. Pay! You cheapskate? You're so cheap. It's karma. You do this all the time, don't you? I've heard from everyone. Who is everyone? You don't know unless I tell you their names? Well, there's more than 5 people, so I guess you forgot them. How dare they say something unnecessary? You thought they would keep quiet about it? Bad rumors spread quickly, you know. Wait! I can't even get home either! Come back here right now. Don't worry, I called your husband. What? He said he's working today. He said he finished, so he's coming right away. It's a good opportunity, so why don't you ask him to get you a membership too? He'll find out that I didn't bring any money. I was planning on buying something secretly too. Don't call him as you please. I don't know your husband's contact. I just told Billy that you might have not brought your wallet today, and he said it would be best to call his dad. What? You tattled on me? Your son is quick-witted and a good boy, so that's why he asked me for my phone number earlier. But that doesn't mean you should leave us here. Don't worry. You can go home in your husband's car. No, I can't. He'll find out about everything, so no. Hurry up and come back. Take care of yourself with your own money, please. Well, I'm leaving now, so... Please, come back. I'm begging you. A little while after, Tia's husband arrived at Superstore. She tried to explain to him, but he rebuked everything she said. All the terrible things she's done in the past has come to light too. She was able to get a membership made, but the only things he bought were for their son. My days have been peaceful having lunch with the other moms, but Tia's relationship with her husband has apparently took a turn for the worse.